Veterans, many around 100 years old, arrived in France today aboard a special flight. It's a trip organized by the nonprofit Best Defense Foundations. These veterans were greeted by many top officials in France ahead of the 80th anniversary of the D-Day invasion. They will take part in parades, school visits, and ceremonies, including the official June 6th commemoration of the landings by soldiers from across the U.S., Britain, Canada, and other allied nations. So veterans spoke about their experience nearly 80 years ago.
You wouldn't believe what I've seen. It's terrible. Some of the young fellas never even made the beach. It was so bad that we had to run over to get on the beach. That's how bad it was.
You still remember it strongly?
Do I? You better believe it. Like it happened yesterday.
We told you last week, two members of the greatest generation making their trip to Normandy from Kansas. 102-year-old Army veteran and Purple Heart recipient Olin Mitchell of Hutchinson and Connie Palacios of Newton, who worked on B-29 dock as a teenager.